Hi, Selva here with another market update. Today I wanted to talk about the US-China trade war and what are some of the things that could happen next. If you have been following the news, you know that tensions between US and China are heating up. US President Donald Trump has declared a national emergency from threats to American technology. He signed an executive order banning US companies from using foreign telecommunication equipment, companies that would be considered a national risk. He then blacklisted Chinese company Huawei. Google has now suspended business ties with Huawei. This means that new Huawei phones won't have access in the future to Android or any of the updates. So why Huawei? Trump is concerned about Huawei spying for the Chinese government. But it's more than just about that, it's about 5G. Huawei makes smartphones, but it is also one of the biggest telecom suppliers. Huawei has been increasing their 5G market share, and the ban is a move to stop them. What's 5G? 5G is the next generation of wireless connectivity that will allow for faster download speeds, and Huawei is one of the leaders. 5G is quite different from 4G, and there is a lot of infrastructure going up to get ready for 5G. You see, with 4G, we use large towers that cover big areas. You have probably seen them around. They are these big ugly things that look something like this. 5G uses small cell architecture. It means smaller towers, but also more of them. They look like this. 5G will mean even faster download speeds. But it's not just that. 5G will create a whole new ballgame. With 5G, the latency, what is also known as the time delay, drops. So it allows for faster response times. Most of the wireless versions we've had before were mostly to enable human-to-human connections. 5G allows for smart devices to connect and communicate between each other. It will allow for technologies like self-driving cars, virtual intelligence, and even remote robotics to happen. And as I mentioned, Huawei has been gaining market share. Trump wants American companies to step up their game, but as you can see, there aren't many in this space. Much of the equipment is coming from foreign suppliers like Huawei, but also Nokia and Ericsson. The Huawei ban is also happening after the US increased tariffs to 25% from 10%. So how could China respond to all of this? Well, one way they could respond is with their currency. As you can see, back in March 2018, when Trump placed tariffs on Chinese goods, the renminbi depreciated against the US dollar by about 10%. It kind of wiped out all the effects of the tariffs. But at 25% tariffs, that would mean that they would need a much bigger devaluation. It would put China at risk of capital flight, but also on higher inflation. Another thing that they could do is to start selling the US Treasury holdings. China holds about 1.1 trillion in US Treasuries. The problem is that as soon as they start selling these, they will be worth less. Another possibility is that they target US companies in China, much like the US has done with Huawei. This would mean a world of pain for companies like Apple, who manufacture and sell iPhones in China. Also of Boeing, who does quite a bit of business in China. Whatever the case, things could get ugly. The problem is that the dispute could affect the whole world. I mean this in terms of trade, but also in terms of confidence. When people lose confidence and get scared, they stop spending, and this could slow down the global economy. But there is a silver lining though, and I think that both countries want to reach a deal, and they need to reach a deal, and I think that they probably will. Any questions or comments, please make sure you leave them in the comment box. Also let me know if there are any topics that you would like me to talk about. And don't forget to subscribe to keep updated on any new videos we upload.